Welcome to an introduction to solar energy produced by Solar Washington, an organization that educates people of all ages about the uses and benefits of solar. In the next few moments, this video will describe solar energy, how it works, and examples of where you can find it. But first, let's talk briefly about electricity. We all use electricity, which has been around for many years. Think about all of the things you have at home that would not function without electricity. Here are just a few examples found in this picture. The example on the far right is a night photo of the United States taken from outer space. You can see lights from cities all across the country. Where does electricity come from? As you will see in the photos, electricity is produced from several different sources: nuclear, hydroelectric, coal, and wind, just to name a few. Many, if not most, of our electricity is produced outside of major city centers. There are clean and sometimes less clean sources of electricity. We've relied on forms of energy over the years, such as coal, to help power our standard of living and provide a relatively reliable way to power things. But coal and other not so clean sources of energy come at an environmental cost. Let's talk about cleaner sources of electricity. When we use solar or wind power, for example, we don't use as much of the Earth's resources like coal or oil. In terms of solar, it's a renewable energy source. The sun is massive. The sun weighs about 333,000 times as much as the Earth. It's so large that about 1.3 million planet Earths can fit inside of it. Tens of thousands of times hotter than the Earth, too. That's a lot of solar energy. What makes solar energy so attractive? The sun has produced energy for billions of years. This means solar energy has been used by people for thousands of years to cook food, keep warm, dry clothes, and more. The sun is a component to produce our weather, vegetation, rocks, and other naturally occurring resources on Earth. Today, it is also used to create electricity. When we use solar power, we reduce our impact, especially compared to the use of coal for electricity. This makes solar power a renewable energy source. And what's really nice is that solar energy is abundant. We expect the sun to last a few billion years more. But right now, solar takes up only a small percentage of the total energy output. So there's a lot of potential to increase our capacity to capture solar to produce our energy. But one drawback about solar energy is that the sun may not shine all of the time, such as on cloudy days here in the Pacific Northwest. And of course, there's nighttime. But there's technology called storage that's being used to capture and store solar energy. How is solar captured? Generally speaking, solar energy is captured and produced through solar panels. Where can you find solar panels? In this picture, you will see just a few examples of how solar energy is being captured in everyday situations. How does it work? The sun's photons reach the solar panel, which convert the photons to electrons. Solar cells turn light from the sun into electricity. Solar cells are put together to make solar panels. Solar panels are arranged in a way, usually on a roof, to collect sunlight and turn it into electricity. If you've seen panels on the roof of a house, that house is producing and using solar energy. The sun shines on the solar panels and the panels absorb the energy, creating direct current electricity or DC electricity. The electricity is fed into what is called a solar inverter. This converts the current into alternating current electricity or AC electricity. The AC current is then used to power the appliances in your home. Any extra electricity you may not need at the time can be fed back into the electrical grid. What is a solar panel made of? The major component in a solar panel is silicon, which is used to produce a solar wafer. Then metal connectors link the wafers and a thin layer of glass is added on the front side facing the sun. The back sheet is made from highly durable polymer-based material. It all comes together once the frame is assembled. The frame will also provide protection against impact and weather. Here are workers putting together the finishing touches on a solar panel at a solar manufacturing facility. Here's a picture of solar installers on a roof, just after they've installed a solar array like this one. There are thousands of people nationwide who work in solar manufacturing for installation companies, utilities, and more. Where else can you find solar panels? Here's a ground-mounted solar array outside of a school. Here's an aerial shot of the roof at CenturyLink Event Center in downtown Seattle, next to CenturyLink Field. Notice all of the solar panels on the roof. Here's the IKEA roof in Renton, Washington. Here's a solar and wind facility in eastern Washington. In conclusion, solar has a bright future. More and more people are working in the solar industry, and the cost of solar has gone down over the last several years thanks to government support, increased competition, easier processes to install, and more. Solar is good for the environment, and the sun continues to be a relatively reliable source of energy to provide us electricity. We hope you have learned a lot about solar energy, or at least a little more about solar energy throughout this short video. You can visit our website for more information about solar. And kids, click the link mentioned in the picture, www.solarwa.org/solar_terms, to be taken to a page on our website to find a worksheet on solar terms that you can download and work on. Hope you have fun with it. Hope you've learned a few things about solar energy, and tell your parents and friends about solar. Thank you.